At his family's deli in New York's Lower East Side, Haran Zakari didn't think he'd get caught up in Donald Trump's ban on immigrants.
It's difficult, and it just got worse, so it's just one big pot of mixed emotions. I wouldn't want anybody to be in my shoes right now.
Zakari is an American citizen. His family is from Yemen, one of the 7 countries listed on Trump's executive order. Zakari was trying to get his wife and 13-month-old daughter to the U.S., but now they're stuck in Yemen, unable to complete their paperwork or even get an interview with consular officials.
I'm 100% with preventing terrorists. I just feel like it's not fair to ban an entire nation just because of a group, a small group. I feel like it's not fair to rip families apart.
With the stroke of a pen, Donald Trump's executive order closed America's borders to hundreds of people from 7 Muslim-majority countries. Among those caught on the other side, hundreds of foreign students with valid visas.
Let Syra come back to school! Let Syra come back to school!
Students and faculty held a rally this week for Syra Rafi. She's one of about 120 students enrolled at the City University of New York from one of the banned countries. The doctoral student was visiting family in Iran when Trump's executive order came down. She was told by customs officers overseas she could not board a plane to the U.S. and was sent back to Iran, her future uncertain. Rafi's cousin is at this rally but afraid to show her face. She too is an Iranian citizen here on a student visa, and she's worried that speaking out could make her a target.
It's such a chaos right now. I mean, even if they tell her to come back, you're not sure what's going to happen in 24 hours.
She says their situation, however, is not as dire as refugees who've been turned back.
We are the lucky ones that we are here. Those refugees that they cannot go back. And I mean, we are the lucky ones that at least we are here. But like those refugees, they don't have any other option.
I am an immigrant myself.
At Harvard, Iranian-Canadian researcher Ali Kadam Hosseini says the executive order impacts nearly 24 students working in his lab, limiting their ability to travel and visit family.
I have always seen United States as a very open and welcoming country and a place where one can realize the American dream. So I was initially very shocked.
He says science often draws on talent from around the world, and he worries the ban will force foreign students to look elsewhere.
Just the perception that U.S. is a very open and welcoming country to researchers will be affected greatly. And this is something that is much more of a long-term effect.
At JFK Airport in New York, though, they're still sorting out the immediate effects. The dining area in Terminal 4 has become a makeshift legal clinic. Dozens of immigration lawyers are working round-the-clock volunteer shifts. The numbers have dwindled from the first few days after clarification from the White House about how the ban should be applied. But the lawyers still chase hourly reports of visitors being detained.
One of the things that we're really focusing on is educating immigrant communities and immigrant families so that they can advise and better educate their family members before entry.
The ban on visitors from the 7 countries is supposed to expire after 90 days. Haran Zakari hopes once that window passes, he can get back to working on reuniting with his wife.
No person, no matter of their religion, background, race, color, creed, sexual orientation, deserves to get the door shut in their face.
He hopes that time will also give people a chance to reflect and allow President Trump to rethink the executive order and the effect it's had. Stephen D'Souza, CBC News, New York.